Welcome you to Do Magic with Maths. Before we start today's lecture, let's recall what we did in our last lecture. Okay, so let's do the quick revision. In the last lecture, we discussed about the different properties. Properties like the first one was closure. Then the second one was commutative. And the third one, that was associative. For all these properties, we checked for the different types of numbers like the integers, whole numbers, natural numbers and the rational numbers. As well as we checked for different operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and the division. For example, closure it means suppose I just select any two numbers from the natural numbers like 2 and 3, and if I do the operation of addition, what answer I will get? That will be the 5. So we have to check that 5 is natural number or not, because these both are natural number. If this is the natural number, it means natural number is closer under the addition. Yes, that is positive. So it means natural number is closer under the addition. Same for the commutative. In commutative, what we will do? We will shuffle the number, and if answer is same, it means that is the commutative. Like 2 plus 3, that is 5. As well as I will just shuffle this number. So 3 plus 2, answer will be same. That's the 5. It means natural number is commutative under addition. And the last one was the associative. In associative, we were just making the groups of the numbers. Like if I select three numbers, 2 plus 3 plus 4, here I have to select the group. Okay. So how I will do? I will first of all solve this bracket. So 2 plus 3, that is the 5, plus 4, that is 9. Okay. Now again, I have to change the group for that. So it means 2 plus 3 plus 4. 2 plus, solve the bracket first, so that is 7. 7 plus 2, that is 9. Here we got the same answer for both the way. It means natural number is associative under the addition. Okay, so this is all about the different properties which we have already discussed in our last lecture. Today we are going to discuss about the role of 0 and 1. Before that, just pause the video, note this down and revise what we did in our last lecture. So let's start with role of 0. Okay, so role of 0, it means what? We will just check what we will do with 0 in the different operations of the mathematics. Let's start with the addition. Okay, so suppose for the addition, if I just do like this, 2 plus 0, what answer I will get? That's the 2. Okay, the same thing if I just select any integers, minus 3 plus 0, it will be minus 3 only. If I select any rational number, okay, so 2 upon 3 plus 0, it will be as it is. Okay, no change is there if I add 0 in any number. Okay, so because of this property, we can say that 0 is additive identity. Zero is additive identity. Now let's check what will happen if I just do the any operations with the 0 for the any another operations like subtraction, multiplication and the division. Okay, so for that let's start with the subtraction. If I just subtract 3 minus 0, no changes there. But if I do 0 minus 3, at the time it will be minus 3. But in the addition, it will not happen like that. If I do 2 plus 0 or 0 plus 2, answer will be same. If I do minus 3 plus 0 or 0 plus minus 3, answer will be same. Okay, so this is about the subtraction. Now what about the multiplication? In the multiplication, if I do 3 multiplied by 0, it will be 0. Remember that. Okay. 3 multiplied by 0, that will be 0. Like minus 7 multiplied by 0, that will be also 0 only. That will be also 0 only. So, it means if I do the multiplication with 0 for any number, answer will be 0 only. Now, let's check for the division. For division, like 5 divided by 0, 5 divided by 0, that's not possible. It's undefined. Okay, that's not possible. We cannot write in this form. But suppose I just do 0 divided by 5, that is also again 0. Always that is 0. Same 0 by 2, that is 0. 0 upon minus 3, that is also 0. So this is all about the zeros with the different operations, and remember that 0 is the additive identity. Now pause the video and note this down. Now roll of 1. Okay. So in the roll of 1, again we will discuss the same as we discussed about 0. Okay. So let's start with the addition only. If I just add 2 plus 1, that is 3. That is 3. It means if I just add 1 in any number, we will get the different numbers, not the same one. Fine. Okay. Now let's see for the subtraction. If I do 2 minus 1, that will be the minus. 4 minus 1, that will be the 3. It means in the subtraction also I am not getting the same number. So for the addition and subtraction, there is no any special things for the 1. Now for the multiplication. For the multiplication, let's see. If I just do 2 multiplied by 1, 2 ones are 2. Answer will be the same. Now if I just select minus 3, 7 multiplied by 1, that will be minus 3, 7 only. If I select 5 by 3 multiplied by 1, that is again 5 by 3 only. It means in multiplication, if I just do the multiplication of 1 with any number, so answer will be the same number only. Okay. If suppose I just do 1 crore multiplied by 1 crore, answer is 1 crore. If I do 1,37,000 multiplied by 1, that is 1,37,000 only. So here in the multiplication, we get the same answer if we multiply by 1. It means 1 is multiplicative identity. Multiplicative identity. 1 is multiplicative identity. Now we have discussed about the addition, subtraction and division. Now that's the multiplication, division is remain yes. So 5 divided by 1. If I just do 5 divided by 1, answer is same 5. 6 divided by 1 is 6. But suppose I just do 1 divided by 6. That's not the same. That's not the same. Okay. So here this is all about the role of 1 for the different operations. And what we know here, we derive that 1 is multiplicative identity. And remember that multiplicative identity, that's the 1, and additive identity, that is 0. Additive identity, that is 0. Because if I just do the addition with 0 for any number, that is same, and for the multiplication with 1, that is same. It means the 0 is multiplicative identity, and 0 is additive identity and 1 is multiplicative identity. So this is all about role of 1. Just pause the video and note this down. The next one is additive inverse and reciprocal. Reciprocal can be defined as multiplicative inverse also, because here that's additive inverse and that's the multiplicative inverse. Let's start with the additive inverse. What is additive inverse? Additive inverse, it means suppose I have number 5. Suppose I have number 5. What should I add in number 5? So I will get answer 0. I will add answer 0 because additive identity, that is 0. Additive identity is 0. So what should I add in any number to get answer 0? That is the additive inverse, that is the additive inverse. So simply in 5 what should I add? Let's check. Suppose I add minus 5. Suppose I add minus 5. So what will happen? Is equals to 5 plus minus 5. Answer is 0. Answer is 0. So here we got answer 0. It means minus 5 is additive inverse for 5. As well as we can say that 5 is additive inverse for minus 5. That is vice versa. Okay. Now let's select another number. 17 minus 17. Okay. This time I am going to select minus 17. So what should I add in minus 17 to get answer 0? Simply, okay, there is one very common thing, that is whatever the number is there, okay, just check the sign. If there is a positive sign, then use the negative sign for the same number. It will be the additive inverse. Here is 17. Which sign? Negative. It means I just have to select positive sign for the 17. That will be answer 0. So it's very simple to find the additive inverse for any number. Suppose if I ask you to find the additive inverse of 1 crore, it means additive inverse of 1 crore, that is minus 1 crore. Simply you just have to change the sign. If that's the negative, make it positive. It will be the additive inverse of the particular number. Now the second one, that is the reciprocal. How we will select the reciprocal? Well, let's do it with one example. Like I have number 2 by 3. Number 2 by 3. I wrote there multiplicative inverse also. Multiplicative inverse also. Okay. First of all, let's start with another number. Here I will multiply and answer should be 1. Because multiplicative identity, that is 1. We have already discussed that. So here what should I multiply with this both the numbers to get answer 1? First of all, let's start with number 5. What should I multiply with 5 to get answer 1? Simply 1 by 5. 1 by 5. And here in 2 by 3, what should I just multiply 2 by 3 to get 1? In reciprocal, what we will do? We will shuffle the numbers. Shuffle the numbers, it means numerator and the denominator. What is numerator here? 2. Denominator is 3. Just shuffle that. It means now 3 will be the numerator and 2 will be the denominator. It means that is 3 divided by 2. Just check that. 2 to cancel, 3 to cancel. Answer will be 1. So for any number, we will do the same. Here, how it's 1 by 5? Because in 5, there is denominator is 1. 1 is always there as a denominator. So this will go upside and here the downside. That's why that's 1 by 5. Like minus 7 upon 30. Minus 7 upon 30. At the time, it will be, reciprocal will be 30 upon minus 7. How? As I told you, we will just shuffle this. Clear? This is the just very common thing for the additive inverse and the multiplicative inverse or the reciprocal. Pause the video and note this down. Now we will see distributive property of multiplication over the addition. So the question is, what is the distributive property? Okay, it's very simple. We will just understand by an example. Suppose I have 2 multiplied by 3 plus 5. So here it means that distributive property of multiplication, because we will distribute this, okay? So distributive property of multiplication over the addition, First of all, we will solve this by a very simple method, and then we will actually use the distributivity for this problem. Here we have 2 multiplied by 3 plus 5. So very simple. That the 2 multiplied by 3 plus 5 is, because we always solve the bracket first. 3 plus 5, that is 8. That is 8. Answer 2 8s are 16. 2 8s are 16. That's the answer. Now in the next step we will solve by this property. And we will check that answers for the both are same or not. Okay. So again I am going to use this. Same problems. Now distributive property says that if here is the multiplication, it means this number 2 will multiply to 3 as well as multiply to 5, both the numbers. How? First of all, I will just multiply with the 3 because that's the first one. So 2 multiply by 3. 2 multiply by 3. Which sign is here? Addition, so put that. Again, 2 multiply by 5. 2 multiply by 5 like this. Once again, 2 will multiply to 3 first, then 2 will multiply to 5. And in between, there is addition sign as it is here. Okay. So, now just do the multiplication. 2 3s are 6. Addition sign as it is. 2 5s are 10. 6 plus 10, that is 16. Now just check that for both the methods, answer are same or not. Yes, that is 16 and 16. So this is how we can use the distributive property. Here I use this for the natural numbers or for the whole numbers. Now in the next step, we will see for the rational numbers. Okay, our first chapter, that is the rational number. So it means we need to check for the rational number also. We will see that, but before that, try to understand this, pause the video and note this down. Here I have selected 3 different rational numbers. Okay, and for these 3 numbers, I am going to check the distributivity for multiplication over the addition. So how we will start? Is recently I just told you that we will just multiply this number with the first one, then second one. So the same process I am going to do. First of all, minus 3 by 4, which is multiplied by minus 2 by 3. So that is multiplied by 2 by 3. Now which sign is there? Addition. Here, that's the addition. So it means I have to put addition in between. Again, minus 3 by 4 multiply by the last number, second number, that is minus 5 by 6. Okay. After this, I have to solve this both the brackets. Here, if I will solve, what I have to do? I will multiply this both the numbers. So it means 3 2s are 6. So it means that is 6. And minus plus minus. 4 3s are 12. So here we have minus 6 upon 12. Minus 6 upon 12. Now, in the second one, 3 5s are 15. Minus minus plus, it means that is the positive 15. Then 4 6 are, it's 24. That is 24. Now I have 2 different numbers. Okay. And for the rational numbers, if you want to add that, we need to take LCM, and here LCM, that is 24. LCM is 24 because 12 2s are 24. So LCM is 24. LCM is 24. So I need to just do the multiplication with 2 over there for the numerator. That is 2 6s are minus 12 plus, here that's the 1 because 24 ones are 24, 15 ones are 15. Okay. And at last, minus plus minus. So 15 minus 12, that is 3. 3 upon 24. It means 3 8s are 24. So answer is 1 upon 8. Answer is 1 upon 8. Okay. So this is how we did the distributivity for the multiplication over the addition. Just pause the video and note this down. Now I am going to do by the simple method. So here, as we always do, that is minus 3 by 4. First of all, we will solve the bracket. It means multiply by, in the bracket, there is a 2 now. First of all, we will solve this, so that is 2 upon 3 plus minus 5 by 6. Now minus 3 by 4 multiply by, let's take the LCM, 3 and 6. LCM for 3 and 6, that is 2. That is 2. It means here we need to multiply with, that LCM is 6. Here we need to multiply with 2. So I will multiply with 2 over here, and here 6 ones are 6. So 2 2s are, that's the 4. Here 6 1 1 5 that is 5 and that's 6. Minus 3 by 4 multiply by 4 minus 5 is minus 1 and 6 as it is. Just do the multiplication. 3 ones are 3 minus minus plus. Okay. Now 4 6 are 24 and here 3 8 are, so answer is 1 upon 8. So both the way with the distributivity property and as well as by the simple method we got the same answer only. Okay. So again just pause the video and note this down also. For distributivity, we can say that if suppose A multiplied by B plus C is there, A multiplied by B plus C is there, it means for the equal we can write that A into B. So it means A into B plus as it is A into C. So that is A into C. Okay. Here is addition. Suppose there is subtraction. At that time, what will happen? If I just write like this, A multiplied by B minus C. So it will be A into B, and here is subtraction. So just put the subtraction. Here there was addition. So we just keep addition. Now subtraction. A into C as it is. This is how we can do the distribution. Okay. So just pause the video, note this down, and one more thing, don't forget to complete your worksheet. Okay. After the video, I am going to give you one worksheet for the reciprocals and additive inverse and whatever we discussed in this lecture. But just keep in mind that practice makes perfect. So don't forget to complete your worksheet by today only. Okay. So here is your worksheet.